Hello students, today we'll start with a new chapter, midpoint theorem. Midpoint theorem. Simple chapter, small chapter. There are two theorems here in this chapter. Theorem 1, that is the midpoint theorem itself, and theorem 2, that is converse midpoint theorem. And these two theorems are related to each other, and there is one more theorem called intercept theorem that I'll explain you later. First, let's understand what these two theorems are. So in a triangle, if the midpoints of two sides, let's say this is the triangle ABC, and M and N are the midpoints of side AB and BC. Sorry, AB and AC. Okay, that means M is the midpoint and N is the midpoint. If this is given in the question, this is given data. So you have to understand, see what is given here. Given is M and N are midpoints. Okay, so what can I conclude? That according to midpoint theorem, if the line joining the midpoints of two sides, if there is a line which joins the midpoints of two sides, then that line will be parallel to the third side, and that line will be half of the third side. What is the conclusion? That if there is a line joining the midpoints of two sides, this is the midpoint of one side, midpoint of second side, if there is a line joining the midpoints of two sides, then that line will be parallel to the third side, this side, that means, and it will be half of it, means Mn will be half of BC. These are my two conclusions based on the midpoint theorem. Okay, write full form always. Midpoint, these are my conclusions. This is the given data. Okay, this is the midpoint theorem. दो midpoints है तो ये line और ये line parallel होगी और ये line इसकी half होगी. मतलब अगर ये 10 है तो this will be 5, like that. Okay, now what is converse midpoint theorem? Converse midpoint थोड़ा सा given information change हो जाएगा. Like if they are given that M is the midpoint, I'll write here the given data for this also, that M is the midpoint. ये दिया हुआ है M, यहाँ पे N भी है, but N midpoint दिया हुआ नहीं है. It is not given that N is the midpoint. M midpoint दिया हुआ है, data is given. Okay, what additional information do we have? That Mn is parallel to BC. This is already given in the question. If it is already given in the question that Mn is parallel to BC, ये दिया हुआ है already. ठीक है, so what can be the conclusion here? That अगर ये एक midpoint दिया हुआ है और ये parallel भी दिया हुआ है, then you have to say by converse midpoint theorem n will also be the midpoint. ठीक है, देखो n midpoint क्वेश्चन में नहीं दिया था, बट क्वेश्चन में दिया है m is the midpoint and these two lines are parallel. So if n is the midpoint and these two lines are parallel, n also has to be the midpoint. Okay, so conclusion is n is the midpoint of AC. Understood? First वाले में दोनों midpoint दिया हुआ था. We concluded that lines are parallel and Mn is half of BC. Here only one midpoint is given, but parallel is already given. So we will conclude that n is the midpoint of AC. Okay, और इसके बाद अगर n midpoint मिल गया तो you can say that m and n both are midpoints. So you can also say that Mn is half of BC by midpoint theorem. Okay, so एक बार n midpoint मिल गया, उसके बाद ये भी लिख सकते हैं. Okay, I hope you have understood both the theorems. Third one is the intercept theorem. Okay, you can copy this explanation if you want. Third one is the intercept theorem. What does intercept theorem says? If there are three lines of different size, they can be of different size, but they are parallel to each other. Three parallel lines. Okay, they can be of different size. If there is one line, let's say like this, it is called as transversal. Transversal means which cuts all three lines. Okay, ये तीनों lines को cut करके pass हो रही है. Okay, if this transversal, ये जो cut कर रही है इसमें, इस transversal में अगर ऐसा दिया है question में that let's say this is line L, line M, line N. Okay, and let's say this is B, this point is A and this point is C. ये transversal बनाई है, ठीक है. So if this transversal, if it is given, I'll write here given that B is the midpoint of AC. अगर ये ऐसा दिया है that B is the midpoint of AC, मतलब ये जो B है ना, ये equal parts में divide कर रहा है किसको? ये full line AC को, AC. ठीक है, A और C कौन से points है? The points at which the line meets the first and the third parallel line. Okay, अगर ऐसा दिया है that B is the midpoint of AC, मतलब ये दोनों equal parts है, अगर ऐसा दिया है, then if I draw another line here, let's say I draw one more line, ऐसे मैं कितनी भी lines draw करूँ, ये जो points होंगे ना जो middle line पे है, they will also be the midpoint of this line. This point will be the midpoint of this line. मतलब अगर एक मिड पॉइंट दिया हुआ है, एक बीच के लाइन पे मिड पॉइंट दिया हुआ है, तो बाकी जितने भी लाइंस यहाँ पे बनाएंगे सबके जो मिडिल पॉइंट्स होंगे दोज विल बी द मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ द लाइंस. ओके, मतलब ये बी मिड पॉइंट दिया हुआ था एसी का, तो ये जो पॉइंट है लेट्स से दिस इज एक्स वाई जेड, दिस इज पी क्यू आर. तो अगर ये दिया हुआ है दैट बी इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ एसी, तो वाई विल ऑल्सो बी द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ एक्स जेड, क्यू विल ऑल्सो बी द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ पी आर. Okay, all the points which lie on this line, middle line, will be the midpoints of these 2 points. Okay, ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक और line अगर मैंने draw की, तो this will also be the midpoint of this. Understood? This is the intercept theorem where you should have 3 lines. Okay, and the transversal is divided in equal intercepts. एक भी अगर दिया है तो बाकी सब equally होंगे. ओके, ये बाकी सब में ये मिड पॉइंट होगा, जो ये पॉइंट्स है ना यहाँ पे, दे विल बी द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ दिस लाइन. वाई विल बी द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ एक्स जेड, क्यू विल बी द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ पी आर. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द एक्सरसाइज. Question number 1. We have been given a triangle where ABC, where they have told that M and N are midpoints of AB and AC. Okay, they have given that M and N are midpoints. ठीक है, N इसका midpoint है और M इसका midpoint है. ठीक है, it is given in the question. In the first part, they have told that Mn is 4x minus 2 and BC is 6x plus 3. Now tell me, you will write the statement like this, that if M and N are midpoints, I'll write the statement like this. If M and N are midpoints of side AB and AC, then by midpoint theorem, by midpoint, if mn and n are midpoints, then by midpoint theorem I can write that mn is half of bc. करेक्ट, ये mn क्या होगा, bc का हाफ होगा, एंड mn विल ऑल्सो भी पैरेलल टू bc, बट वहाँ पे यूज़ नहीं होने वाला इसलिए मैंने उसको लिखा नहीं. ठीक है, तो mn इज हाफ ऑफ bc बिकॉज mn and n are midpoint. Now what is mn given in the question? They have told mn is 4x minus 2. What is bc given in the question? bc is 6x plus 3. Okay, this 2 will go here, so you will get 8x minus 4 equals 6x plus 3. Okay, solve this and find the value of x. Solve this and find the value of x. Okay, the second part says that angle MNC, angle MNC, MNC means this angle, is given as 3y plus 10. क्या दिया है, 3y plus 10, and angle C is y plus 10. angle C मतलब ये angle is y plus 10. Okay, now we know that MN is parallel to BC. Reason like midpoint theorem. We know that MN and BC are parallel to each other. Okay, if these two lines are parallel, these angles here which are inside the parallel lines are called as interior angles. Okay, these two inside the two parallel lines, if there are two angles, they are called as interior angle. And what is the property of interior angle? Sum of interior angles is 180 degrees. Okay, so you have to write here that angle MNC and angle C are interior angles. Therefore, MNC plus angle C is 180 degrees. MNC is 3y plus 10. Angle C is y plus 10. If you solve it, you will get 4y plus 20 equals 180. 4y is 160, so y will be 40 degrees. Understood? I simplified the sum. You can pause the video, copy the solution. Next, it is given that angle AMN, this angle AMN is given as 2a plus 15, and angle B will be given as 3a minus 15. This is given in the question. Now if these two lines are parallel, okay, I'll show you here. See, if two lines are parallel like this and उसको एक line cut कर रही है, so these angles which are formed here are always equal to each other. And which type of angles are they? They are called corresponding angles. They are called as corresponding angles. अगर lines parallel होती है तो अगर ये same line जो cut कर रही है, the angles which are formed by this line transversal, these angles are called corresponding angles and they are equal to each other. Okay, so again in the third part I'll write that MN is parallel to BC. Therefore, angle AMN is equals to angle B. Reason will be corresponding angles. Okay, what is angle AMN? Angle AMN is 2a plus 15 equals angle B is 3a minus 15. They both are equal. Now I'll transfer the 15 here. So 15 plus 15 is 3a minus 2a. So A is 30 degrees. Simple calculation. Next, if they've given that AB in the fourth part, AB is 7 centimeter. AB means this full side is 7 centimeters. BC is 10 centimeters. AC is 9.2. And we have to find the perimeter of MNCB. पेरीमीटर का मतलब क्या होता है? पेरीमीटर मीन्स सम ऑफ ऑल साइड्स. जिसको नहीं पता, सम ऑफ ऑल साइड्स, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज पेरीमीटर. सो MNCB मतलब MNCB, ये जो क्वाड्रिलैटरल दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, ये ऊपर वाला पार्ट नहीं, सिर्फ ये इतना क्वाड्रिलैटरल, इस क्वाड्रिलैटरल का पेरीमीटर ढूंढना है. पेरीमीटर मीन्स MN प्लस NC प्लस BC प्लस MB, ये चारों साइड्स को ऐड करना है. करेक्ट. नाउ सी फर्स्ट दिस BM, ये M मिड पॉइंट है AB का. दिस M इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ AB. तो ये फुल AB अगर 7 सेंटीमीटर है, सो दिस BM विल बी हाफ ऑफ AB. करेक्ट. ये पूरा अगर 7 सेंटीमीटर है और ये M मिड पॉइंट है अगर, ठीक है, इफ M इज द मिड पॉइंट, देन दिस विल बी 3.5, दिस विल बी 3.5. ओके, सो आई कैन राइट that MB is half of AB. Okay, reason is M is the midpoint. So what will be MB? Half into 7, that is 3.5. Okay, then this MN is half of BC, because MN and R midpoints we have written. MN is half of BC. Okay, so MN is half of BC. In the question it is given that BC is 10 centimeter. So what will MN be? Half into 10, that is 5 centimeters. So MN मिल गया 5 centimeters. BM मिला 3.5, MN is 5. Now what about NC? Again N is the midpoint of AC. देखो डायग्राम में ऐसा नहीं लग रहा होगा कि ये दोनों इक्वल है, बट दे आर इक्वल बिकॉज N is the midpoint of AC. सो मतलब ये जो साइड है और ये जो साइड है, ये टू पार्ट्स, दिस विल बी हाफ ऑफ 9.2. ओके, तो ये जो NC है विल बी हाफ ऑफ 9.2 बिकॉज N इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ AC. करेक्ट ना? ये आधा आधा पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर रहा है. सो NC इज हाफ ऑफ AC. रीजन विल बी N इज द मिड पॉइंट. सो व्हाट विल बी NC? Half of 9.2, that is 4.6. Okay, and BC we already know is 10 centimeter. So perimeter क्या होगा? Perimeter of MNCB will be MB plus MN plus NC plus BC. So that is 3.5 plus 5 plus 4.6 plus 10. Add these values. You will get the answer as 23. I'm sorry. You will get the answer as 23.1 centimeters. Perimeter of MNCB. Okay, I hope you have understood the theorems properly now. Pause the video and complete the sum. Next, question number 2. Right angle triangle. they've told that D is the midpoint of AB. Okay, and DE, there is a point here E. D is the midpoint of AB, ये बोल दिया है, and DE is parallel to BC, ये भी दिया हुआ है parallel. Okay, and AB is given as 9, ये full 9 है AB. AC is 15. We have to find the perimeter of DECB. Okay, so see, first of all I'll write here that D is the midpoint of AB and DE is parallel to BC. अगर एक मिड पॉइंट होता है और लाइंस पैरेलल होती है तो दूसरा भी मिड पॉइंट होगा, दैट इज कॉन्वर्स मिड पॉइंट थियरम. करेक्ट. सो देयरफॉर बाय कॉन्वर्स मिड पॉइंट थियरम E is the midpoint of AC. Okay, E is the midpoint of AC. Also, if D and E are midpoints, then by midpoint theorem I can say that DE is half of BC. ये भी मिड पॉइंट है, ये भी मिड पॉइंट है, सो DE विल बी हाफ ऑफ BC. ओके, फाइन. नाउ लेट्स राइट द वैल्यूज. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल AB 9 दिया है, AC 15 दिया है, एंड दिस इज अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, सो आई विल यूज पाइथागोरस हियर एंड फाइंड BC फर्स्ट. I will use Pythagoras. So in triangle ABC, AB square plus BC square equals AC square. So that is 9 square plus BC square equals 15 square. So you will get BC as 225 minus 81. So BC will be 12. BC square root ले लोगे तो you will get 12. So ये मिल गया 12. Okay, BC is 12. What is DE? DE is half of BC. So DE is half of 12. That is 6. DE मिल गया 6. ठीक है, ये 12 मिला, ये 6 मिला. What about DB? This full is 9 and D is the midpoint. So ये equal parts में divide हुआ है. So if this full is 9, so this will be 4.5, 4.5. Correct? DB is half of AB. DB जो है ये AB का हाफ होगा. Why? Because D is the midpoint reason. Okay, so what will be DB? DB will be half of 9, that is 4.5. Similarly, E is also the midpoint of AC. So EC will be half of AC. Okay. So EC will be half of 15, that is 7.5. Okay, so ये मिल गया 7.5, ये मिल गया 4.5. अब मुझे ढूंढना है पेरीमीटर. पेरीमीटर मीन्स सम ऑफ ऑल साइड्स. So I will write perimeter of DECB is, add all the values. So 4.5 plus 6 plus 7.5 plus 12. Answer will be 30. Okay, copy the sum. Copied. You can pause the video and copy the entire sum. Next. Very simple sum. Next one. In the diagram, there is a triangle X, Y, Z. They have told that M and N are midpoints of XY and XZ. ओके ये M मिड पॉइंट है XY का, N मिड पॉइंट है XZ का. ओके एंड P एंड Q, सो यहाँ पे P है और यहाँ पे Q है. दिस P एंड Q आर मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ XM एंड XN. ये जो छोटा ट्राइंगल बनता है ना यहाँ पे, ये इन दोनों साइड्स का मिड पॉइंट है PQ. Okay, and they have given that PQ is 2.8. Find YZ. See, it's very simple. First, I'll take the smaller triangle. In triangle XMN, ये छोटे वाले triangle में, this P is the midpoint of XM, Q is the midpoint of XN. P and Q are midpoints of XM and XN. If P and Q are midpoints, then PQ will be half of MN by midpoint theorem. PQ will be half of MN, correct? PQ is given as 2.8. So what will MN be? MN be 5.6. समझ रहे हो? ये PQ का डबल होगा MN, ठीक है? PQ हाफ होता है MN का, तो PQ का डबल करेंगे तो MN मिला, ठीक है? Now in this bigger triangle, in triangle XYZ, I'll do it here. In triangle, so the diagram is visible. In triangle XYZ, M and N are midpoints, correct? Of, you can say, XY and XZ. M or N midpoints, that means MN will be half of YZ. So by midpoint theorem, MN will be half of YZ. Okay, so MN हमें क्या मिला है? 5.6. So 5.6 is half of YZ. So what will YZ be? ये 2 यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, 11.2. Correct? YZ will be 11.2 centimeters. Done sum. Very simple. देखो ये 2.8 डबल किया 5.6, डबल किया 11.2. Sum is done. Pause the video, copy the sum. Fourth question. In the question, just make a small correction if it is misprinted in your book. In few books it is misprinted. क्या misprinted है? They have told that M and N are midpoints of, किसी किसी बुक में लिखा है M is the midpoint of AD, लिखना था ना, तो AC लिख दिया उन्होंने कि AC का midpoint M है, तो वो AC गलत लिखा है, वो अल्फ़ाबेट्स रॉन्ग हो गया है. सो M and N आर मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ AD एंड BC. AD एंड BC, ठीक है? गलती से बुक में AC एंड BD लिखा है, सो कैंसिल दैट एंड ये दोनों लिख देना क्वेश्चन में. Okay, now if this is there, M and N are midpoints. Now this is not a triangle. You see, this is not a triangle. This is a trapezium. Okay, where we have been given that AB is parallel to DC. So whenever you have a trapezium like this and उसके midpoints को join किया है, okay, एक trapezium है और उसके midpoints को join किया है, so you can write that MN is half of AB plus CD. क्या मिला है? This MN is half of AB plus CD. This is a property. for a trapezium where two sides are parallel, there is a property that this line which joins the midpoints is half of AB plus CD. Okay, this formula will remain as it is. ठीक है. Now sometimes in exam they may give you AB and CD and ask you to find MN. They may give you MN and AB and they will ask you to find CD. ठीक है, तो किसी का पोजीशन चेंज मत करना, ऐसे ही रखना. So in the first part they have given you that find MN if AB is 7.5 and CD is 5.5. So क्या करेंगे? What will be MN? MN will be half of AB plus CD. That means 7.5 plus 5.5. That is 13. So MN will be 6.5. Okay. In the second part, they want you to find AB. इस बार AB find करना है. And CD is 16, MN is 10. CD is 16, MN is 10. Even though formula will remain the same. MN is half of AB plus CD. So यहाँ पे MN is already given 10. ठीक है, ऐसा मत करना कि यहाँ पे AB मत लिख देना. ओके, MN दिया हुआ है तो MN ही हमेशा वहाँ पे रहेगा. AB we don't know and CD is 16. Okay, so this 20 will become 20. AB plus 16. So 16 will get subtracted. 20 minus 16 is 4. So AB is 4. AB is 14, MN is 16.5 in the third part. Again use the same formula. MN is 16.4, AB is 14 and you have to find CD. So ये 2 multiply होगा यहाँ पे. This will become 32.8. Sorry, this is 16.5. So 16.5 into 2 will give me 33. So 33 minus 14 is CD. Answer will be 19. Sum done. Next, you can pause the video and complete the sum. Again, you have a similar diagram, but this time you will have to use intercept theorem. 3 lines are given parallel. Okay, whenever 3 lines are given parallel, now just understand it is intercept only. ठीक है, and they have told that AC is equals to CE. AC और CE equal दिया है, means C is the midpoint of AE. मतलब ये midpoint हुआ C. ठीक है, ये 3 लाइन्स पैरेलल है. सो ये एक लाइन पास हो रही है जिसमें C midpoint है. सो ये भी एक लाइन पास हो रही है, means D will also be the midpoint. इंटरसेप्ट थियरम क्या कहता था? व्हेन देयर आर 3 लाइन्स और अगर एक पॉइंट मिड पॉइंट है तो उसी लाइन के ऊपर अगर एक और पॉइंट है, दैट विल ऑल्सो बी द मिड पॉइंट. ओके, सो सी I will write that AB is parallel to CD is parallel to EF. So by intercept theorem, D is the midpoint of BF. D is the midpoint of BF. Okay. So you can say that BD is equals to DF. So in the first part ये use करेंगे. They have given you that BD is 3x plus 2 and DF is 4x minus 3. Okay, so shift this minus 3 here, 2 plus 3, and shift this 3x here. So what will be x? X is 5. First part. Second part, we know that D is the midpoint of BF. So अगर BD की बात करें, so BD will be half of BF. BD जो है ये पूरे BF का हाफ होगा, करेक्ट, बिकॉज D midpoint है. So in the second part they have given that BD is 5x minus 4 and they have told that BF is 4x plus 16. Okay, so this 2 will go here. 10x minus 8 is 4x plus 16. So 10x minus 4x is 16 plus 8. 6x is 24, so you will get x as 4. In the second part, x will be 4. Simple sum. The most important thing you need to understand here is to mention that it is by intercept theorem. ओके कि 3 लाइंस पैरेलल है, अगर ये एक मिड पॉइंट है यहाँ पे तो ये दूसरा भी मिड पॉइंट होगा. दैट इज द इंटरसेप्ट थ्योरम. कॉपी द सम. First part is question number 6. The first part is you have to prove that BMNP is a parallelogram. How to prove a parallelogram? Opposite sides should be parallel. For a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, opposite sides should be parallel. Now in the question it is already given that NP is parallel to AB. ये already दिया है that this NP is parallel to AB. मतलब एक side तो already parallel दी है, ठीक है. They have also given that M and N are midpoints of AB and AC. Are midpoints of AB and AC. Okay, if M and N are midpoints of AB and AC, by midpoint theorem I can write that MN is parallel to BC. MN will be parallel to BC. MN will be parallel to BC. ये अगर फुल BC को पैरेलल है तो समझ लो ये MN BP को भी पैरेलल होगा, ठीक है ना. आधे लाइन को और फुल लाइन को पैरेलल सेम ही होता है. ये जो अगर ये MN फुल लाइन को पैरेलल है तो ये MN BP को भी पैरेलल है, ठीक है. तो आई कैन राइट दैट इज MN is parallel to BP. IE means that is MN is parallel to BP. तो MN और BP पैरेलल मिल गया. ये ऑलरेडी पैरेलल था और ये भी पैरेलल मिल गया. Therefore opposite sides are parallel. Therefore BMNP is a parallelogram. Understood? Opposite sides parallel. BNNP is a parallelogram. Now they have told that AB is 11 and BC is 12. Find the perimeter of this parallelogram. Perimeter मतलब सब sides को add करना, ठीक है. ये AB दिया है 11. Tell me if AB is 11 तो ये जो BM होगा ये हाफ होगा AB का, because M midpoint है. M midpoint है, correct? We know that M and N are midpoints. So BM is half of AB, correct? So BM क्या है? Is half of AB is given as 11 centimeter. So BM will be 5.5. Okay. In the same way, here you can see M and N are midpoints. So MN will be half of BC, correct? MN will be half of BC. इसका रीजन तो मिड पॉइंट थियरम ही होता है. MN पैरेलल भी है BC को और MN हाफ भी है BC का. तो MN अगर BC का हाफ है and BC is given as 12, so what will MN be? MN will be 6. ठीक है. So मुझे क्या मिला? मुझे BM मिला 5.5, MN मिला 6. ठीक है. Now no need to find NP and BP because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So ये भी हो जाएगा 5.5 और ये भी हो जाएगा 6. ठीक है. Write a reason that BM is equals to NP and MN is equals to BP. Right? Opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. Okay. So now you know all four sides. Now write a statement. Therefore, the perimeter of B and P is, and add all these values and check your answer behind. Okay. Write a statement. Therefore, the perimeter of B, M and P equals 5.5 plus 6 plus 5.5 plus 6 and find the answer. Okay. I leave that for you. The second part. This was the first part of the question. Okay. I hope you have understood the theorems properly and the basic sums. In the next video, we'll continue with the remaining sums. That's it for today. Thank you.